All right. Alafia, Afwan, everybody. First, giving honor and praise to the Say, the Truo, the Voodoo, and Maulisa. All right, everybody. How y'all doing today? It is your friendly neighborhood Voodoo priest. My name is Nana Togonmessie, Abloklu, Danfira, Adedufira. And I'm here to talk to y'all today about Yeïevodou and particularly the Mami tradition. All my voodoos are Mami. So today's class is going to be affectionately titled Voodoo 101 or Yeïevodou 101, the layman's practice. I have absolutely no intention on this extending longer than 15 minutes. If it looks like it's gonna go over, I'm gonna end it and make a part 2 tomorrow. Today is Thursday, August the 30th, and I suppose let's just get it going. Some things about me, first and foremost. What makes me qualified to get this daggone class in the first place? And I like the answer to this question because the answer is I am initiated, trained, and lineaged in Yeïevodou. About 2 years ago, I went on ahead and did the work I needed to do to go to Togo, to Agoe Sogbosito Amotokopoli in just outside of Lomé. I probably murdered the name of that village. I never could say it. It is what it is. Where I found my kinsman, right? And I was initiated to Mami Dan Yeυevodou, to Yeïevodou. And so my voodoo includes Mami Voodoo, Dan Voodoo, Mamba Chamba, Mami, Amengansie, so Adela, right? So those are the classes of voodoo. All of them are water spirits, right? And so there you have it. You know, that's why I'm qualified to actually give this class, have this conversation rather. Give this class. It's not really a class, it's a conversation. And it all started not because a lot of people get into voodoo because they want power, they want to gain some kind of spiritual authority over their lives that they feel like is missing. That was not my motivation. I simply wanted what was mine, right? Spiritually. There's a lot of spiritual sources of spirituality out there. You have the Abrahamic faith with their Jewish origins, and Abrahamics, that's the Islam, Judaism, Christianity, and all the permutations thereon. You have the Eastern faith, Lao Tzu, Confucius, Siddhartha, all of those guys, And you have the Native American faith. You have the Western mystical traditions. And in all of these places, in none of these places, rather, are we expressly included. And in some places, we're actually expressly excluded. And I didn't want to be where I wasn't wanted, or where I wasn't going to be respected, or where I couldn't be a full participant in the entire process some kind of way. And I wasn't looking for a priesthood or crown. I was simply looking for my place. And in doing that, I found my place, and my place was actually in the priesthood. Not something I was looking for, not even something I was 100% comfortable with, but we are where we are, we're doing what we're doing, and I'm cool with that. I can live with that. So now here we are, my express mission given to me by my godmother, Queen Mother of the Densu River, Zobishi Mamishi Amengansie, was to spread the truth of what voodoo is. Not to gain followers, but to dispel myth. And I say that because voodoo is not a faith that lends itself well to proselytization. We don't go out there and save souls, My job is to make myself available, to tell people what voodoo is, and make myself available for those who realize that this is what is for them, all right, in some kind of shape or form, right? So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and give you seeing how I only got 19 minutes, not even 19 minutes, 9 minutes left. I'm gonna give you a real quick overview of what voodoo is. Okay, so the layman's practice. We'll start with the purpose of voodoo. And in a very simplified version of what voodoo's purpose is, I wrote notes, y'all, so if you see me looking off, that's me checking out my notes to make sure I'm telling y'all what I want to tell you, and then I'll expound on it. Is to ensure humanity plays its part in the maintenance of the universe. Now, I wrote that down. It sounds funky, and that's because it is. It's deep. What it means is that unlike a lot of other spiritual traditions that teach that mankind is the center of the universe, voodoo teaches that mankind is a part. It's not a negligible part, but it is a part of a greater whole, and the entire whole you can't imagine. So it says, don't worry about all of that. Don't worry about what the whole universe is doing. Just know that you play a part. I gotta do something about the way this thing goes in and out of focus. Voodoo said, don't worry about what the rest of the universe is supposed to be doing, what its purpose is. Just worry about what your purpose is in the in the achievement of that goal that the universe exists for. All right. That's a lofty goal put together by a being that you can't imagine. Right, that being that you can't imagine is what is nominally known as God. It's not the part of the universe that you don't know. It's not the part of the universe that you can't understand. God is the reason that the universe works the way it works. And me explaining, anybody trying to explain God to you is like trying to explain the purpose of a cup to a fish. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. So that is the purpose of voodoo. And the way it does this is two principal ways that it goes about helping to make sure that humanity can maintain, it can do what it's supposed to do to maintain its piece of creation. And first of it is revelation. And revelation is, I'll get into that in a minute. The other is healing, right? You have to be able to define what a part is and what it does, how is it supposed to function. And then you have to make sure that you keep that part in good and well working form and function so that it can get the job done, right? So, got 5 minutes left. I know I'm running it. Y'all stay with me. So, Revelation is essentially talks about, it is all about divination. That is how it is revealed, and what it reveals is your purpose. So divination and purpose are the two things that is concerned with the revelation. A lot of people got in their head, oh, voodoo is about hexes and curses and this, that, and the third. It ain't about none of that. If that is in it at all, it's something on the auxiliary. Voodoo is about divination, divining the will of creation and the creators, as expressed through the various invisibles. And it's about divining that purpose, performing that purpose. All right. Divination is commonly encapsulated in the obi, which is the shells, between 4 and 16, usually. I suppose that it's possible to have one, but I've never heard or seen that. But there's other traditions out there before, West African traditions. The alga, which is the cowbell. The afa, which everybody knows something about. Everybody think they know something about. And afa, ifa, depending on where in the world you're hearing it from. And then there's the Amengansie. And the Amengansie is the magic mirror. And one of these 4 forms of divination is what is used in conjunction with a person's natural talents. And those natural talents are based off their natural propensity and a whole bunch of other factors that we'll get into in a later date. And with that, you have the essentials revealed. Next, you have the purpose, and the purpose is codified in the say or destiny of a person, that person's blueprint. It say is destiny, soul, and purpose all rolled into one. Essay is the genius or the intellect of that thing, the God of that destiny, and it is in essence the God of the individual person. A lot of times it's compared to the Ori, I believe is the Yoruba word for that concept. There are indeed many similarities, many identical traits. But I hazard against presuming that these concepts are interchangeable. All right. Primarily because I'm not in the Yoruba traditions, and if I told you anything about them that was definitive, I would be telling a lie. I can tell you what I've heard and I can tell you what I've read, but I'm not in those traditions. I don't talk to those spirits yet. I suppose at some point in time that'll come around when I'll have to or can, but as of right now, that hasn't happened. All right. So I can't tell you what the Ori is. I know how the Ori is spoken of. And there's a lot of similarities between the say and the essay and the Ori. But understand that the essay is your personal God. Right? Afa, you got the Dilagoon, the shells, and the Odu and all that. But the Odu are usually based on things specific to the group. And finally, you got the Amengansie, which is the magic mirror like I spoke about earlier. So now I told y'all this was only going to be a 15-minute video and I'd wrap it up later on. And here we are. We about to hit that 15-minute mark in about 30 seconds. So I want y'all, if y'all enjoyed this video and you thought you might get something out of it, I want y'all to catch up with me again here at Temple Mami Dan Yeıevodou of North America, which is an adjunct of the home temple in Lomé, Togo. And I'm glad you guys take this time out to check out my video. I'll shoot another one here in a little bit. so that we can finish giving y'all this primer. Until then, peace and blessings. Love to you, the God that's in you. Peace.